Tell me you don't want me. 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 Tell me you don't want me.
So, okay, that's why. Cool. All right, guys. Well, good morning. It's Mac here. I'll go ahead and edit out the first part. Thank you for your feedback, guys. So gonna go ahead and talk about the latest topics for Azero. I did used to do a few news releases for Tezos on a weekly basis, so I'm gonna try and start doing that for Azero, starting at 7 or 8 p.m. EST weekly. Bringing out the latest news within the ecosystem. So if you don't have time to go ahead and keep up with Twitter or keep up with all the different Discord groups, I'm going to try and, combine everything into a 20 to 30 minute session here on 7 p.m. EST on Thursday. Sorry, I'm located in Japan, so I'm trying to convert this time in my head right now. So please bear with me, guys. Yeah, so there's been a lot of news going on the past week. It wasn't one of the biggest weeks, I would have to say, but we did have, it's kind of hard to top up smart contracts and all that being released last month. But yes, we do have quite a few big announcements, especially now that smart contracts have been released. We do see some awesome things going on with regards to marketing and onboarding new marketing sort of specialists. So we're going to cover that. We're going to take a deep dive into the recent addition to the Azero team. We're also going to talk about some other events that happen within the Azero ecosystem, including Art Zero. And we're also going to talk about the consensus meetup here that happened a few days ago in Austin, Texas. All right, so yeah, before we get started, make sure you guys subscribe and go ahead and follow me on Twitter if you guys want. And yep, let's go ahead and jump right in, guys. So our first little bit of news today, we're going to talk about Block 54's Mexc. Sorry, I have no idea how to pronounce this. Sherpachkek. And I apologize, I destroyed that name completely. But yeah, yep. So looks like he joined the Azero team, the Aleph Zero builders on the marketing strategies. So a lot of people have been saying, hey, what's happening with marketing for Aleph Zero? And even though they do have a rather large marketing team, looks like they really wanted to look for some specialists, and this guy is definitely high in the ranking for specialists when it comes to marketing, especially when it comes to gaming. If you take a look at his LinkedIn profile, I'm assuming that you guys might have read this already. Basically what happened is they hired him as an advisory position, and he created the Fortnite's go-to-market campaign on 17 different markets, and he is seeking to assist ecosystem builders. So if you're building a game on Aleph Zero, such as, the Darkiverse or any other games you're trying to build, yeah, he's going to try and assist in those marketing efforts. I'm guessing he's already directly involved in the Darkiverse, because Darkiverse is kind of very, very, I guess what you call it, like, it seems like they're very, very close to the Aleph Zero team, and I'm guessing some of the team members are actually cross-project right now. So yeah, one of his biggest accomplishments was basically pushing Fortnite across the CEE. So he pushed the go-to-market strategy across 17 different CEE markets while working closely with Epic Games. As a co-founder of GameSet, one of the most successful gaming marketing companies in Europe, Mexc and his team received 13 Cannes Lions Awards, as well as many Effie and Mix Awards for their creative campaigns. So altogether, he's obtained over 50 advertising awards as of to date. I did check him out on Twitter. I was kind of surprised. He doesn't have a huge Twitter following. He seems kind of like a quiet guy personally, but he's a marketing whiz. And if you take a look at his LinkedIn, you can see here, it seems like his LinkedIn is really where his juices flow, I guess you could call it, where his main following is, because Twitter wasn't huge. But also he does Twitch stuff, so I'm guessing maybe that's not why he doesn't have a huge Twitter following. But yeah, he has quite a few followers on LinkedIn, and yeah, I think just because you don't have a huge Twitter following doesn't make you or break you. I think it just, you could be really good at marketing, and you could be teaching other people how to market, and you don't have to be doing it yourself. So yep, it is with my great pleasure that I share my recent appointment as an advisor to Aleph Zero, a leading global project at the forefront of Layer 1 privacy-enhancing blockchain development. This exceptionally smart and hardworking team is largely based in Poland. Okay, so he's talking about Aleph Zero here. And it seems like it's really good because he's in sort of a similar geographic region to them, in a way, at least in the European area. So this is really good. He can work closely with them. And yeah, he's going to be helping out with development within the ecosystem. So really excited to have him on board. And it seems like, yeah, he's really close with the Aleph Zero team. I'm guessing he went to Austin, Texas with them in the last meetup here. So let's take a look at the next big piece of news this week. And that is the EDX exchange announcing that they are going to go ahead and deploy the regulated securities token standard on Aleph Zero. So this is actually really big news, and it was a bit under the radar, I think, because it's a bit over the retail crowd's head. But it's actually a really big deal because, it's a huge exchange, and yeah, it's just really exciting news to see adoption coming to Aleph Zero, real world adoption coming to Aleph Zero through such a big institution. So European DLT exchange EDX joins forces with Aleph Zero Foundation and Cardinal Cryptography to realize high performance multi-chain setup with privacy features for EDX while bolstering the regulated DeFi ecosystem on Aleph Zero. The developments of EDX have been announced today by 21 Finance AG. And yeah, that's pretty much the news here. I don't think there's anything besides that, but the reasons, of course, why they picked Aleph Zero was because of the privacy features. This really makes it so that institutional investors can go ahead and jump in and not have to worry about people kind of stalking their portfolios. It gets really annoying when somebody's stalking your portfolio, and yeah, you have all this FUD going on, and you have to fight it. And with the blockchain, it's really easily traceable. So with the privacy features on Aleph Zero, it's going to be much more difficult for them to do that. And a lot of people believe that, you know, privacy is a fundamental human right, and that's one reason why it's kind of regulated by so many governments. So with this feature on Aleph Zero, it's kind of, would say it's permissionless privacy. So basically what that means is nobody can take away that right. It's fundamentally on the blockchain itself. We will get rich. Yes, it's true. It's true. But this is huge news, guys. Super excited for that. Let's go ahead and jump into some of the other announcements here. Aleph Zero, they did go ahead and join the event at Consensus 2023 in Austin, Texas. It looks like it was a blast. Sadly, I couldn't be there, but you can see here in the pictures. And if you do check out the Aleph Zero Twitter, they did actually do a few interviews and a few podcasts, but I tried looking deeper into that. It looks like the podcasts have not been released yet. So if you're looking forward to seeing Antione or anybody else on the team speaking, just wait a couple days, and I'm sure that those podcasts will be released. And this is one of the podcasts that was actually one of the podcasters that actually recorded. So if you're interested in this, just go ahead and Google Crypto 101, and you can listen to the podcast on, looks like, pretty much most of the podcasting platforms. So Apple, Spotify. Okay, so you guys can look that up if you want. They haven't released it yet, like I said. They're probably still, you know, recovering from the hangover from the event. On other news, ecosystem news, there was kind of there's a really big airdrop and also a big payment by Azero. So if you go ahead and you did buy one of the PMP NFTs, you can claim your rewards here on the bottom. So it looks like there was about 2 Azero per PMP, and they did an Inkwell airdrop of 120 ink. So I think the initial airdrop was 150. So if you bought it straight from the initial sale, you got 150. Then if you staked it, you got an additional 120. I am not 100% on this. Don't, you know, like hold me to this promise, but I'm guessing they're going to still do a few more airdrops of ink to PMP stakers, because Inkwell is also run by the Azero team, or they're very closely connected. So I'm guessing that there's going to be more airdrops, but they're not going to announce it in advance because they don't want people gaming it. So if you haven't already, I'd recommend grabbing one of these PMPs. If you do the math, you do earn 2 per month. Well, even with this low volume that we had, because they just launched the platform, you're earning 2 Aleph Zero off of all the fees they earned just the first month. And if they keep launching at the same rate they've been launching and getting as many clients as they've been getting, that equals about a 30% APR on just these PMPs. So you should be making back the full price of the PMP after about 3 years with just the little amount of market action that they've had so far, because they are giving away 50% of their validator node awards to fees to the PMP stakers as well, which I think is a little bit, you know, it's pretty generous, I'm not gonna lie. And they might cut it down as their volume picks up on the exchange and they make more profit, and that can go to the PMP stakers. But for now, that's a huge profit. Super excited for that, guys. And next, I want to go ahead and jump on to other news. Basically, what happened with other news is the Discord channel here. Let me just jump onto that real quick. Azero Domains, it looks like they rebranded, which I thought was pretty cool. So you guys can take a look at that here. I open this. Yep, there we go. So you can check out the rebranding here. Media could not be played. Well, thank you. Thank you for that. I don't know why it's being a poo-poo head, but it looks like they're changing the logo to a nice yellow color. I'm not sure why exactly in the video they did show a picture of the logo on an interesting looking card device. I'm not sure if they're making some sort of hardware device or if that was just graphics, but it looked very similar to the product, the Ledger Stacks, I thought. So maybe they have an unannounced, you know, partnership coming with Ledger. I don't know, but very similar to this, and the logo was on top of it. So maybe they have some sort of application that's going to be launching on the Ledger Stacks. This is just my, you know, conjecture, just guessing because of the graphics, but it's quite possible that has nothing to do with that. So let's go ahead and jump into the Consensus 2024. So this was by CoinDesk, a really big event to try and kind of grow the Azero ecosystem and make partnerships across other different blockchains and other DeFi products. So it looks like they did a pretty good job with that. Like I said, I wasn't able to go, but yeah. Look at those prices, $2,000. Woo! Piranha Pass, $9,000. I have a feeling that they didn't make this quota this year, but it's okay. So yeah, that's pretty much all the big news for this week. Not a whole lot going on. It's a pretty quiet week. A lot of building going on in the background. If you guys didn't know, we did do a Twitter space last night. Well, yesterday I guess it was for you guys, and yeah, it went really well. We had about 25 listeners, a lot of great speakers. So if you guys are interested, go ahead and join next week. We're gonna do another one next week, hopefully with Panorama Swap as the guest. Fingers crossed. They were on holiday this past day or two, so we weren't able to grab them for yesterday's panel, but next week hopefully. And also I'll try and delve a little bit deeper and get you guys some more Aleph Zero news for next week's video as well. So try and do more live streams, pull some guests on the channel. If you're interested in going ahead and being a guest, go ahead and DM me on Twitter, or you can comment down here and I'll try and find you on Discord. And anyway, thank you guys very much for viewing today, and I'll see you in the next video. If you have any questions, let me know. Looks like we do have 3 viewers, so you guys got any questions? I'm gonna try this chat thing here. Interesting, it doesn't actually connect to the chat very well. Well, I guess that's it for today's video, guys. You all have a great day, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out, everybody.